Hello, how is everyone today? Welcome to another Facebook Live. I'm Anita Mazzero, a Stampin' Up demonstrator from Horsham. It's been a couple of weeks since we've caught up and a lot's been happening up this way once again. I don't know about you, but it's extremely hot and sticky today. At times I feel like the air conditioner isn't doing enough. And so it's, been that way. I feel for all the people affected by fires, as I feel like 3/4 of the state is on fire. There's just fires everywhere. Here in Horsham, we are seeing loads of fire trucks. They've got a great big setup at our showgrounds where they've got hundreds of firefighters there at the moment. So it is a lot going on at the moment. So anyway, it's sadly it's part of Australia's life, and we just have to keep. Oops, I better turn my sound off. Anyway, it's sadly it's part of Australia's. Get it off. Sorry about that. You don't want to hear me talking twice, and you don't want the echo. So just get this set up so I can see what's going on. Get it right. Oh, we'll get it one day. You know how it is. You get in there and you get it and you don't get it quite right. That's life, isn't it? That's it, I've got it now, at last. Hello, Jacinta. Hello, Glenda. Yes, Glenda, the fires have been near us. They've been in the Little Desert National Park, which is about an hour away from us, I would say. And we've also got them back in the Grampians again. So we've got fires on two fronts at the moment. And it's on. As I was saying, we've got the showgrounds here where we're housing a lot of the fireys. There's hundreds of trucks and fighters down there, which are being fed and given a place to shower and rest when they're not fighting the fires. I went for my walk yesterday, and just yesterday alone I saw 7 New South Wales forestry and wildlife trucks drive past. There was just, and this morning I saw another 5 fire trucks from different areas. Some of them I didn't even know where they were from, and they were all heading out to the Little Desert. It's just been sad, and they've got it down the Otway Ranges. It's everywhere. There's fires. Unfortunately, we don't burn off anymore like we used to. And when we burnt off, we saved things from burning and it would stop it from being so intense. So we are very lucky. And, I'm still cleaning up ash from while we were away when we had the black ash come across. Everything outside is got black marks over it. The car will have ash over it. It was a good one. Yes, Jacinta, I did see that there was another one out at Lake Hindmarsh, and I believe the containment lines at the Big Desert Lodge, or around the Big Desert, the fires jumped with all that wind and everything yesterday. So, it is so hard for the fireys, and we just got to feel for them all. And my heart goes out to each and every one of them that are out there giving up their time to save us. And that's what we do. Yes, so we'll do everything to stay safe and cool. And being cool is the hardest. The last week, every time you tried to put the air conditioner on, you just got smoke, and so you just wouldn't put it on. But as it is Lucia at the moment, we're safe here in Horsham. Very, very lucky here. Jacinta, I believe you're safe where you are. My upline Pam is safe, which is grateful because she was in a very precarious situation last week. So yes, it's been hard on everybody, and my heart goes to them all, and we just hope that... Yes, Glenda, I know you've got flooding up your way. I mean, how crazy is Australia? Fires down our end, floods up the other end, and what can you say? It is unbelievable. It's an amazing country, Australia. It's something that we've got to enjoy and realise that it's the Dorothy McKellar poem, A Sunburnt Country, if you think of the words in that. It's flooding rains, fires, greenery. It's got everything, and that's Australia for you. So we're very, very lucky. Anyway, you're not here to talk about fires, are we? No. But anyway, it's good to see you all back here again. So I'm going to flip the camera down and we're going to get going, and we'll see how it goes. Just one moment. Just bear with me while I flick it down, and I'll just come in a bit so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. I think I've got that right. I hope I have. You never know until... Oh dear, you saw my ugly desk. Just try to get it straight, and I used to like it when Facebook had it that we could see it beforehand and fix it up, but they made these little changes and I haven't quite worked out where they are. So today we've still got our celebration on. We're into the last month of our celebration catalogue, and I believe on the 6th we might see some new products added to the celebration. So for every $100 that you can spend, on products in our annual catalogue, our online store, in the scrapbooking digital catalogue, or in our mini catalogue, you will receive something for free. This little catalogue is all the little freebies. And today what I'm going to be showing you is, I'll get this open, I should have been more organised, is the heart-shaped bundle. And this one is a $200 one. So if you spend $200, you can purchase the dies and the heart shapes. How gorgeous is that? Absolutely beautiful stamp set with some sentiments, some flowers, some leaves, and then the dies. Now I haven't got all the dies in here because I've got a reason to show you something totally different than what I'm going to do. And now that I've said that, I've moved them. I move things around, you know, like, do you ever do that? Put something down and then think, where did I put it? There we go, I've got it right here. Move that out of the way. I'm also going to use this element of text, which is in our mini catalogue. Script texts like this are wonderful to use. I like the splotches on it as well. These are really, really handy to use for any products because great for backgrounds, etc. And that's what I'm going to use it for today. So why I didn't have all the dies is I'm going to show you what I've done. So this is the Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper. Absolutely beautiful paper that was around. So what I've done, and I've pre-cut most of it, but I thought I'd do one to show you. And if you were smart, and I'm usually very good at this, but today I'm very, very slack, lack of sleep. You know, it's very hard to sleep when it's like the lowest temperature overnight was 22 degrees. So there we go, from that bit of paper. If I put that there, you can see what the design was. I've got this absolutely gorgeous heart with all facets of colour. And then I've used the little flower, put that over there so I don't lose it. And again, I've just cut a flower from this little scrap that I've had. So don't throw these scraps away. And you know, like if I didn't like that side, I could always go for that side. You know, it's just a very different look. And I'll just show, the reason I'm showing you is because I've already cut them all out and I wanted to just see how I got the pieces that I've got. Then we've got this cute little leaf, and again, from another scrap of paper, I have taken the leaves out of there. And so you can see, just by having your scraps, you can make something. And I like the card I'm making today. I don't have a sample to show you, but I played around with it quite a bit. Now I'll put these, I'll just leave them there so I don't lose them, because the way Anita's brain is, Anita's liable to pop them somewhere and completely forget that she's put them there. Do you ever do that? Because I do. So the papers that I've used today, I've taken a heart from this one, but I've actually flipped it over. And when you see it, you can see this beautiful colours that have come out of this paper. And you see the paper and you see the heart. Now, I hope I'm in shot, because it's I find it very difficult sometimes to remember. So there you can see how the beautiful pieces come together. I've got to remember to come up just so that you can see. So as I said, you know, gorgeous colourings. And then I've done another one from this one, which had the lavender. I've taken another heart. So I've got two beautiful hearts. That one can go to the spare pack. And then I've gone and cut some leaves and some hearts. Just bring the camera up a little bit, because I think I will find myself off camera too much if I don't move it. So as you can see, I've got lots of scraps of the Thoughtful Journey paper, and these will all be able to make really stunning pieces. But what I should have done, and I should have done it even when I was preparing that one, was I should have used some adhesive sheets. But we'll get it stuck down. We will. So I've got a piece of Lost Lagoon as my card base, which is 21 centimetres. Thanks, Lichia. I think it's a great way of using it. I saw someone else do this, and I thought to myself, why not give it a go? And when I started playing and I started cutting this out, I just thought you couldn't create it on a piece of white paper. You just wouldn't get the same look. And it's a way of not, you know, you can use up the papers in a different way, and having to think outside the square, which is something I'm not very good at. So I do pinch ideas from other people. So my card base is 21 centimetres by 14.9, and I have scored it at 10.5. So as you saw, I burnished that nicely with my bone folder, so it's nice and flat. I've then got two pieces of fresh freesia, and they are 10 centimetres by 14.4, one for the outside and one for the inside. And I found that they were two colours I least expected to go together, but it did work. And then I've got two pieces. Oh, I thought I had two pieces, and I have not. I've only got one. I better cut another one out. That is a bit slack. I thought I had the second one cut out, but I've only got one. So you need two pieces of cardstock, and and it's going to be 9.5 centimetres by 13.9. I'll just get my other piece, because you want one for the inside as well as the other. I'll just move that out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. This is our great Stampin' Up trimmer, a great tool to have. So 9.5 centimetres, The dark blade is your cutting blade. The light is your pencil. Take that and I'll go to 13.9. Take that piece. How silly was that? Okay, move that out of the way. Make sure I don't get anything. Right, so they're all my pieces. So I'm going to take one of these pieces, and I've got a bit of scrap for use for sentiments and so forth. I just don't like the way my thing is showing, so I'm hoping I'm in frame, and please will you let me know if I'm not in frame. Yeah, that's right, Lucia, there is a lot of different options with our DSP, and you know, we can all be guilty of not doing it right. You know, like we can look at a piece of DSP and just say that's all it's for, whereas if we start thinking outside the square, we will get somewhere. So as I said, with the elements of text, I've got two different ones, and I'm going to use our gorgeous Pebble Path. Now, Pebble Path is a sort of a deep grey with sort of a browny tinge, is the way I would call it. So I'm going to ink this carefully, and I'm just going to stamp in one corner, and I'm not worried that it's straight or crooked. I just want it in there to give it a bit of texture. Then I'm going to take our little dots, and then I'm just going to fill the areas with a little bit of texture. So in a way, we're creating our own DSP by using the papers like this. Then I'm going to take the Lost Lagoon and I'm going to sponge around the edges. And our glass mat is fabulous for this. So in a circular motion, starting off the page, come in and create that colour. You can be as heavy as you like or as light as you like. I'm just wanting to add that colour to the page. Coming across. And we're going through. Just got colour around the edge, giving it a bit of depth. Before I forget, because see, I've got splotches on my page. Just give this a wipe. And that will be that. Okay. So I'm going to take my fresh freesia and I'm going to glue that flat. Just add a little bit of glue to the back. And pop that in there. And I'm going to keep this relatively flat, this one, because the items are so fine that we can't use a lot of dimensional. So I'm going to keep it flat. And also by keeping it flat, it will make it a lot easier to put in the mail. Look at that Lost Lagoon and Fresh Freesia. I mean, I would not have thought of those colours except that I saw it in this. So look at that. How pretty is that? Just putting those bits together. So what I want to do now, and this looks a complicated card, but it's not. So what I'm going to do is I want to put one of the hearts like so, and the other heart will sit like so. So they're both showing their respective colours. I'd love to get this one a little bit more separate. I wonder if I could try that. I think that will work. So as I said, adhesive sheets I would certainly recommend you use, but if you've got a fine tip glue, just pop a little bit of glue, and only a tiny bit around, because it's a very fine circle. Probably would have been nice if it had been a little bit thicker to allow us to add just something more to it. Maybe that's just me. Carefully in place, just popping the glue. I'll pop that one right up there. These hearts are so delicate and so beautiful. And this stamp set could be used for weddings, engagements, Valentine's Day, which is coming up if you give Valentine's cards, or it can be just used as a birthday card or whatever, because they are so pretty. I'm just going to pop that one. So as you can see, there's the two hearts up on the, so you can see the colour coming through. Absolutely beautiful. Just shows up. Now I've got these beautiful flowers. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 flowers. So I've got 2 of the purple ones, so I'm going to put them up there because I've got the purple down here, so I'm going to, I thought I had it. Oh, hey, you sit and work it out. So I'm going to put bunches of 3. That little one in there. And then I've got the leaves, and I've cut out more leaves than I need for these. But I might change my mind on the flowers. I'm going to put a little bit of dimension on these. So pop it in your hand. You can use your foam mat, or you can just pop it in your hand. Use the back end, the putty end of your, take your pick tool and create the shape of the flowers. Just going to pop that in there. I was going to lay them flat, but I think I'll pop a little dimensional on them, so there is a little bit of dimension on the page. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I try to think of what I'm going to do, I actually just start playing on paper and cutting out, and then I will have a look at how it looks. Take my back off, and I'm going to pop these flowers in place. Who started their on-stage swaps than those that are going. I certainly have not. If I don't pull my finger out, I won't be ready. Just pop that there. This is probably the fiddliest part, is putting it all together. Because they are just so pretty. Yes. What's your temperature been like, Glenda, where you are? You haven't started, you're a bit like me, Lucia. Do you know, time is getting away on us. We've got just a fraction over a month. So we really need to pull our fingers out. Okay, I'll put that there. And that has just given the flowers a bit of a look. So we're wanting to use, as you can see by these flowers, these leaves here, cutting them out of the DSP, it creates its own shading. And, you know, like if I wanted to use the blue, I could have blue leaves. I mean, who says leaves have to be green? We were watching a movie yesterday and there was the most gorgeous tree. You haven't thought either, Leah. Oh, it's terrible, isn't it? I know, I'm sorry, Lucia, but yeah. Gotta be realistic, doll. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on these, and I'm going to get my tweezers because I find tweezers just allow my fingers to do things that I'm just going to poke some leaves in around here to give it the couple of leaves in amongst the in here. Look at that. '30s today, a bit cooler. Yeah, well, we were 42 yesterday, Glenda, and overnight was 22. It didn't. That was the lowest it got to, and at the moment we're 37. So it's very humid, very warm, and we will get there. Yeah, Leanne, it is hard to give you swaps of thought. I think the problem is we know catalogues are going out, and it's just hard. And I like swapping because I like to see what other people do for ideas. That's what I like about it. Okay, I'll keep those leaves and that heart. Right, look at that. So as I said, it didn't matter that I stamped that incorrectly. I just think it adds a little bit of dimension to the page. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my embossing buddy. I'm thinking all sorts of words, but not the right word. And I'm going to get some first mark, and I'm going to emboss in white. And I've got this beautiful little, it's only tiny, and it says, "Just because I care." And I think that's really nice. That can be given to someone who's unwell, someone who is recovering. It can be just given to anyone. So I'm just going to stamp that on there. And create that. And I've got my white embossing powder right there in front of me. Hello, Cherry. Where do I find the stamp script? You've looked but couldn't find it. It's in the... I'm pretty sure it's in the online catalogue. Now, just give me a minute and I'll have a look for you. If it's not in the mini catalogue, if it's not in the mini, it's an online. No, I think it's an online exclusive. Let me have a quick look while I'm... And I can let you know where it is. And it is called Elements of Text. And yes, it's an online one, Cherry, and it's a standalone stamp set and it's $46. So never forget to check it out online. I'm a terror for missing the online exclusives, and yeah, you're right, Lucia. Online exclusives would be a great one to use because I believe there's some new ones being released in the next day or so, so it would be perfect. But then again, we have time to get them in ready for the stamp set, Cherry, is called Elements of Text. So if you put that in your search bar, it'll come up. I'm just heat embossing my sentiment. Give that a moment. Let that cool down before I cut it. Sometimes I find I've got to search, you know, these standalone ones because I don't know about anybody else, but I always forget to look on the online, and then somebody might show it, and then I think, oh, why didn't I buy that, or why didn't I get that? And then I'll go and have a look. Okay, so I'm just going to put that probably like that. Put it too close to the edge to do one on the other side. But I'm going to dig up somewhere, if I can find it. And this is another online exclusive. It's tomorrow, is it? I know it's coming up soon. This gold twisted thread. It is absolutely beautiful, fine gold thread. And this is, I think, my third one. So I'm just going to make a big bow, and I'm going to pop that just as an extra element on the card. Because I'm thinking if I pop the bow in there and that there, yep, I'm happy with that. How's those puppies, Leanne? Have you still got some left, or they're gorgeous looking puppies? Absolutely beautiful. Just going to lift the leaf up because I actually want it sort of in the flowers. Pop it like so. And I'll put some dimension. Oh, that's going to be sad when he goes. They're absolutely gorgeous. And I'm just going to pop that there. And then I thought I would add our iridescent rhinestones, just the tiny ones. And I'm just going to use them as centres in the flowers. I think the card has enough on it. And then we'll work on the inside, because we have to do the inside. Oh, it will be sad. We were tempted to get one from you. So, but maybe when you have your next lot of litter. Because we've been now 4 years without a pup, without our dog. So, I still don't know whether I want one. This is the problem. So there's the front of the card. A clever use of designer series paper, and it creates a very different look. Yes, maybe next time. So I've got absolutely beautiful. So what I'm going to do now is get my other piece. And I'm going to get the script. I want a little bit of script just in one corner. It doesn't have to be a lot. So I'm just going to put a bit of script in the bottom here. And seeing I had it at the front, I'll pop a little bit of that in there as well. Then we'll get the Lost Lagoon. And I'm just going to pop some over this. And I'll go into the other corner as well, just up here. Lucia Leanne breeds golden retrievers. I was nearly going to say labradoodles, but they're not. Okay, now what I was thinking, I might just put part of the heart over the top. Either that, or I might sprinkle some leaves. This is where I might need your help, everybody. So whether I put a little bit of the heart, or if I just pop some leaves. Maybe in the corner. Now I don't know. Or should I just leave it as it is? I think maybe I'm just going to pop half a heart. I think that looks on those leaves can go for the next job. Yeah, I do think the heart will be just sufficient. Then if I didn't want that side, I can also go turn it the reverse. And I actually might do that because it's got a little bit more colour by doing the reverse side. Leave it with nothing? Is that what you're saying, Leanne? Leave it without? Or leave it with the heart? Come on, ladies. Help a girl out. Half is plenty, yeah. That's all I was thinking, half a heart. I wasn't going to put the whole heart in there. Just pop that little bit in there, like so. Half a heart. Okay, half a heart it is. Right, we'll pop some glue. The leaves were a bit much, I thought. Pop the heart. Get my snips and snip that away. And I'm not throwing that away because I could use it on another card. So there's that. I'm going to glue that to my oh, sorry. Mouthful. And pop that on the Sale-a-bration. And then we'll sorry, must be a bit of smoke in the air or something. Getting the cough going. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to... I've got a drink here. And I'm going to... On my envelope, we're just going to add a little bit of colour. And this other half of the heart, I'm going to place on the front of the envelope. So it all ties in. So the recipient that receives it. It's a bit sticky, so I'm just going to use... So there we go. There's the envelope, the card, and there's the inside of the card. So it's a great way to think about using your designer series paper. And I love this card. I have to say so myself. It's very feminine and it's very pretty, and it's not a hard card. I think the hardest part was cutting it all out, but the rest of it was just simple and easy. So I hope you've enjoyed that today. As I said, it was not a hard one to do, and just keep an eye out on my online store and check out the online exclusives. Check out the new Sale-a-bration. Thanks, Lucia. Thank you, Leanne. Yeah, I'm really pleased with this. It's, even though I've, as I said, gone crooked there, I actually don't mind that it's wonky. I think it just gives it a little bit of... Thank you, Glenda. Yeah, so just think outside the square. Think about designer series paper that you've got, and think of your dies and your punches and things like that, and what you can do with them, because let's face it, it can make an easy card. And this is a great one of using up scraps. And like a lot of my scraps were only little pieces like this. And yeah, make great flowers. You know, I can see this pattern done in white on white for a wedding card. Thank you, Cherry. So yeah, just a little scrap of paper that cut out a piece this size, cut out about 5 flowers and about 3 sets of leaves. So you got your 6 leaves. So yeah, it's a great way to go about it. So thank you very much for watching today, and I hope you've enjoyed that. As I said, I have, and I have found it a lot of fun thinking outside the square. For me, I'm patting myself on the back. I'm sorry, ladies, but I'm quite proud of myself because I am one that looks at a stamp set and can only see what the samples have done, and sometimes it's hard to struggle away from it. So yeah, getting to think outside the square is good for everybody, not just me. So anyway, hope it cools down, and if you anybody that's in the fire areas, that they're safe, and we'll be able to have some cooler nights soon and get some good night's sleep. Thank you, Leanne. I appreciate that. If you didn't know, the stamp wasn't meant to be like that. Oh, thank you, Lucia. Yeah, I think sometimes we're too worried about being regimental and structured. If it's got horizontal lines, it must stay horizontally. I have seen some people do some amazing things by turning the what's the word I'd use, the angle of their stamp and creating something amazing. I'm nowhere near that level. It would be amazing to be that far. But yeah, so there's something for you to think about, and I'm going to go and have a sponge down because I am absolutely dripping at the moment, and yeah, the air just doesn't breathe at the moment. But anyway, we'll get there. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I'll say goodbye, and I'll see you next week.